Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about the market for loanable funds effect on interest rates. So some key vocab to understand and really be able to think through is the two labels on the axis points. So the interest rate is going to be on the x-axis, and that's not true. It's going to be on the y-axis. Anyways, it's the price of borrowing money for a specific period of time. And then the other label is going to be loanable funds, and this is the dollars that are available between lenders and borrowers. So this is what your typical model for the market of loanable funds, this is what it would look like. We have interest rates, loanable funds as the two labels, and then something different on this model that is different than any other one is the supply and demand curve are labeled savings and investment, and this is due to the supply for the market for loanable funds comes from people's savings. People's savings are then being used for investments by other people. So the supply of the money and the loanable funds, where it's coming from, is people's savings. So that's kind of how you have to understand it. You have to think through, okay, where is this money coming from? Where is it getting invested or demanded? Because the demand curve is investment, because people are demanding this money to then go invest it somewhere else. So this is kind of how I think about this, and it makes it a lot easier to understand which curve is what, so you don't get confused. So one example from this worksheet that I'm going to go through is number 3, and it's the government deficit increases. And this just means the government debt is increasing, which also means government is borrowing more money. That's how you have to think about it in the most simplest way so you can fully understand what's happening. So this would this would make the investment curve increase because the government itself is taking more money and it's going to invest it somewhere else. So it obviously shifts to the right because it's increasing, and then this also makes interest rates and the quantity of loanable funds, both of these increase, because this is just what increasing the demand curve does. So next I'm going to talk about crowding out, because the example of the previous slide is an example of crowding out. And as the government borrows more money, private investment has less room to grow. So, basically, this is due to the government is taking more money to borrow it, right? And so they're going to put it back into the economy. But since the government is doing this, private investment has less room to grow because the interest rates are going up. And while there's a higher quantity of market loanable funds, since the interest rate is so much higher and the government has already put that investment back into the economy, it's harder for private firms to do the same thing. So this is kind of what this graph would look like. The interest rates, loanable funds, savings, investment, they're all the same. But as we look at investment 2, we can see that it has increased, which then makes the interest rates go up, quantity go up. And so this is what the quantity used to be for the market loanable funds, but as it's gone up, it's going to just make it a lot harder for private firms to go in and make the same investments because it's already increased. So yes, this was my video, and I hope it helped everyone. This graph itself is going to be what the little text box on the very right corner of this worksheet is going to look like, so you can go do that and then come back to this video and check